What is up, guys? Adrian here from Boo Bros. I want to introduce everyone here. You know them all. You love them all. They're a bunch of brothers that have come together to talk about horror content. We have possibly the greatest host you'll see ever, ConnerFL, right there. And then we have his co-host right there, Anthony from the Knights of Horror. Then we have Mr. Chris from ZombieChris. And down there we have the beautiful, the astounding, the one and only...
The Frozen.
Rob. Oh, he's frozen. Rob from the Howling Hour.
Wait,
wow.
So I'm his sidekick?
You're his sidekick. Connor is the anchor of this podcast. If
Whoa,
it weren't for Connor, if it weren't for Connor, we wouldn't be here right now, man.
Ouch.
Connor is
Connor's always
consistent.
the first to show up and the last to leave.
Exactly. Connor puts in the most dedication when it comes to the Boo Bros podcast, and I feel like this is Connor's baby when it comes to the channel.
That's some big praise. I do want to say this is our second attempt at recording this because Tony had his mic muted and I did not have my mic muted. I was good to go from the jump.
Ouch.
So
Hey, hold on, we got some breaking Boo Bros news though, man.
Oh no, what's that?
Maze Treatment Season 2 coming to Boo Bros July 2nd, 2021.
Ooh.
And I got some even more news that's exclusive to this right now. Connor is going to be one of the judges this season.
That's right.
After he gets his plaque.
After I get my plaque, yes.
Beat you to it.
I know. Usually I call him out for the plaque thing, but he got me this time, so fair play. But I've got my wall space right here. That's where my plaque's going.
It ain't gonna be that big.
No, it's not
he
gonna
has
take
the
up
whole wall. He has
Yeah.
the whole wall.
Yeah.
That section's dedicated to the
shining
plaque.
down on it, like Maze Treatment Season 1 champ.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you need to give like half that plaque to Chris though. I mean, didn't he help you create a lot of stuff?
Yeah. He was the editor for my was it 2 or 3?
For
Fright Night
no.
and Batman?
Oh, it was like 2 and
Or
3. Yeah.
Villains?
Ah.
2. Yeah. So he edited 2 of them.
You guys should like break it in half and make it magnetic, so like when you guys are together, you can.
What are you gonna do? Like what was it?
It's
Beyonce and Adele.
It's the Chris and Connor plaque.
The plaque.
Wink, wink.
But it's gonna be a good season. I think we got a lot of great, talented people coming on. Some new faces that are still coming up in the theme park community that I want to help them out as much as possible because we were all little guys at once. It's always good to help the little guy, and it's a fun time. Also, subscribe to the Howling Hour.
Yeah, let's get the Howling Hour to 100 subs.
Juice Howling Hour.
Little guys, man. I mean,
I'm almost there.
Juice Howling Hour to 100.
But while we're on that, talking about subscribing, why don't you guys do us a huge favor and hit that subscribe down there. Speaking of subscriptions, thank you guys so much for giving us 300 plus, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, like 330 right now.
330. We're climbing.
Yeah.
And it's all thanks to you guys, all of our children, beautiful people in there. I'd give you kisses, but COVID's a thing, so air high fives is what we're sticking with now. So, Tony, what are we talking about today?
We got a ton of news to talk about today. A lot of theme park news on both coasts. Obviously, Orlando announcing some opening dates for some new attractions. And, of course, we have official word on when a lot of the California theme parks will be opening, as well as one already open. New rides going to be coming out at Universal Studios, some technical rehearsals, all that, and much more. We even got some haunt news in there. Let's kick it off with, of course, Universal Orlando, the Velocicoaster, man. We finally got a date after months of testing, after months of teasing. They finally have a release date of when this ride is going to drop. Take it away, Orlando boys.
I think the coaster goat has to take it.
Am I the coaster goat? Is that my nickname?
This is Connor's coaster segment. Am I right?
Connor's coasters. We got to make a logo for that and like put it on the screen. You know what I mean?
Coaster goat?
No, Connor's coasters.
Losh, Chris, you guys gotta get together on that one. Come up with something good.
I got you.
Get a little jingle going. Coaster.
Also the cookie connoisseur.
The cookie connoisseur. The coaster. Come on. I don't know how to.
You know what?
I can't do
when you
anything.
come down to California, dude, and you come to California Adventure, we'll go to the Nom Nom cookie stand. I want to see what you think of those big cookies.
See, we actually have those at Hollywood Studios in our little Incredibles area, but I haven't had one yet. I've heard they're amazing, so they're very high on my list.
You're gonna have to have some milk with it because it's that rich.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you gotta have milk with every cookie.
Gotta
It's
have-
just
you gotta
it's
have
only
milk.
right.
That's
That's
why
a
Santa
rule.
drinks milk with cookies, man.
Oh yeah.
Santa
I
knows.
know Santa, and that's what he
Rob
does.
knows Santa. Dude.
I know
He's got a
Santa.
speed
He
dial.
does
I
that.
got the speed dial
Yeah.
too, man. It's like
Yeah.
in Batman, the red phone. Santa, what's
Mm.
up? Come down to the stream.
But yeah, no, the Velocicoaster is opening June 10th. Definitely didn't have to look that up to make sure.
Nope.
But it was really cool. They had a little video cut together, and there was a couple little shots in there of like POV of the ride. That got me really hyped. Expectations are through the roof for this. I think it might end up being my favorite ride on property, which is funny because it was Hagrid, so it's like every new ride is my favorite. I know it's like super basic, but
Even Jimmy Fallon.
well, maybe not. I mean, it's good, but maybe not. Sorry, Eddie. It is good. Eddie's not here right now to defend himself, but he hates Jimmy Fallon. But this is going to be super well themed, super thrilling. Can't really ask for much more in an attraction, so very hyped.
I'm excited for you guys, dude. Like, by the time I get out there, it will be open. So if I fit on it, we're gonna have to go on it. Connor.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Also, Chris will be on it.
Even ZombieChris.
Chris, you in?
Will get on it. Chris, come on.
Hell no.
I'll give you $100.
Not enough.
I'll buy you food for the whole night.
$101.
Maybe.
I'll let you stay in my hotel because I'll have 2 queen beds with complimentary breakfast every morning.
And can I get this? Can I get this stuff for riding Velocicoaster?
Can we all join in the hotel? All of us.
We're all just gonna spend the night on the floors. Who got bathtub?
It's-
Rob, you want bathtub?
It's
could
mini
fit it.
Boo HQ.
I could fit in the bathtub.
And then you don't even have to worry about getting up in the morning to shower because you're already in it, man.
Yeah. There you
Just
go.
turn the water on.
You just Dog.
Hey Rob, I dropped that soap. What you mind?
You gonna pick that up? Where did this go?
All right, but back to Velocicoaster.
Velocicoaster, man.
Okay, so knowing that we're getting a brand new Intamin coaster in the park is phenomenal. Being able to watch this for so long and wondering when it's going to open and finally having a date feels really good. Even though we all know how Connor feels about the coaster. I'm going to send the picture to Tony
No,
so I can put it on the
no,
screen right
no,
now.
no,
I know
no.
he's probably going to forget, but
This is a blasphemous edit made by one ZombieChris or Losh. One of you made it. Blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
But I will say
However-
that Maverick over at Cedar Point is one of my biggest bucket list coasters. That's considered an Intamin Blitz coaster, and this is like the same thing. It's an Intamin Blitz coaster. So really, really, really high expectations here.
we're all excited here except for Chris. So while talking about Jurassic World in general, Tony, what just happened over there in Hollywood?
What just happened over here in Hollywood, man? Well, there's a little thing going on right now called the Taste of Universal. You may or may not have heard of it. And as of yesterday, which was the 8th of April, they were doing technical rehearsals for their rides. That one ride, including Secret Life of Pets, which is the brand new ride, and a lot of people got to ride it. A lot of people said they enjoyed it with the small space they were given. They really utilized the entire space. I've seen POVs of it. Me personally, the animatronics and the design, everything looks great. I'm just not a fan of that film, so I really don't care for it. If ever the opportunity gets to ride it, I might do it at least once just to kind of say that I've done it. And who knows, maybe it will interest me in person because, you watch a POV, it doesn't necessarily live up to real life. So I don't know. I'm hoping that it does, but Secret Life of Pets got good reviews. And then today they opened up Jurassic World and unveiled the new Indominus Rex animatronic. And I just saw a video before we did this podcast, and oh my god, it is so much better. It moves around. It has like a full-blown like face-to-face with the T-Rex at the end. They really upped themselves with that one, and I'm very proud of Universal for fixing that and taking the time to do that while COVID was going on.
It's unbelievable, and it's not even just that either. Like there's the scene with like the compies pulling at the vest. That's kind of a throwback to the Jurassic Park ride.
Right.
You got the gyrosphere. You have at least one other Indominus Rex
You got
appearance.
Blue.
It might be two. Was Blue not in there before?
No, she was, but I don't know if they've enhanced her thing or not. But
But everything
big
that
top
happens
is the Indominus Rex right now. So
once you go in there and like you see like his head, right? And then don't you see his head again? And then you see him the final time.
So like yeah,
isn't
the
it,
first drop, when you first go into that room, the first drop, it's the T-Rex's head coming down at you, like it's gonna like get you. And then when you turn the corner, or the original Jurassic Park, it much probably like yours, the T-Rex pops out at the end.
Yeah.
But instead, you're introduced to Blue and she's doing her call, and then the Indominus Rex is on the other side, and she calls back, and then she kind of has a face off with you, and she kind of comes down like it's gonna bite you, and then the T-Rex pops out, and then the Dominus Rex looks, and they look at each other, and then the T-Rex looks down at you and tries to bite you.
Yeah.
So it's a dope finale.
It's crazy. It's
All
crazy.
the all the way around, you're just they're gonna try and bite you. That's
yeah, you might die.
it. Yeah.
So
some would
maybe-
say use the Walking Dead slogan of
maybe
don't get
children under 12 should not get on it.
Well, let me ask the Orlando folks. We'll start with Chris. Did you see the ride through, and would you want the overlay to come here?
Yes, I did see the ride through. It's a hard one because I feel like Hollywood has transitioned to Jurassic World, and ours is still kind of confusing because it's still both. It's still parts of Jurassic Park, but then parts of the newer franchise. I'd like for ours to stay classic.
I'm actually with. I don't
Maybe
even live in
update
Orlando,
some of
and
the
I agree with that.
dinos, but not like the Indominus Rex in there, because we already have Blue with the Velocicoaster. So
Right.
What about you, Andrew?
I 100% agree with that, because I do miss the original, and that's one thing I want to hit when I go out there this season is the original. But yeah, I mean, you guys have the worlds of both Jurassic Park and Jurassic World with the new Velocicoaster, kind of expanding that story. And don't you guys have the Discovery Center too, or something like that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really cool.
So I'll kind of piggyback off of Chris. I liked the POV and watching the ride. It was nice. What just happened? Sorry.
What happened?
You're good on here, on this end.
I'm good.
Did you hear
Yeah.
me
You guys
opening up
still
my
hear me
chocolate bar?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. My headphones might die halfway through this. But the Jurassic Park River Adventure is probably one of my favorite water rides I've ever been on. But after watching that POV, I feel like it would be pretty cool to have something new in the park when it comes to Jurassic, like the Jurassic franchise. Now, I'm not saying that I don't like Jurassic Park, but Jurassic World would be nice. It would be able to retheme the entire area and give us something new to look forward to. If you look at the way the park's set up, like our Jurassic Park, they can theme half of it to Jurassic World and half of it to Jurassic Park, and there'd be no issue. But if they over-theme everything to Jurassic World, I think it'll be pretty solid, and it'll add for more flavor, and it'll allow for more modern audiences to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think at first I was like, absolutely, like we have to get this. But I thought about it a little bit, and I think there's an argument to be had as well of like it's kind of nice to have like different flavors of the same ride on the two coasts. So like maybe we have Jurassic Park, they have Jurassic World. And that was pretty much my mindset when I saw the original Jurassic World overlay. But after today, man, like the how advanced it was, and just it was way more amazing than I actually expected it to be. And I would love to have the overlay, but I do think if they did that, you pretty much have to change the world to Jurassic World at that point, because you'd have the Velocicoasters Jurassic World, Raptor Encounters Jurassic World, and then if you make the River Adventure Jurassic World, you pretty much would have to change the arches to say Jurassic World at that point.
I also think the they kind of just screwed themselves because the Discovery Center is built from the first Jurassic Park. So how are they explaining this?
So
Because
in
there's
Jurassic
a
World, right?
Velocicoaster going around the Discovery Center.
But in Jurassic World, you visit the Discovery Center.
Mm-hmm. The first one, they
Yeah,
see
but
it's
it's
all
in
Yeah.
The first one.
It's ruined. It's not like
Yeah, but if
pristine one.
I'm not mistaken, the bottom floor of the Discovery Center is going to be the new locker area for this ride.
So are
they-
they taking out some of the classic?
They might,
Oh,
sucks.
but they can honestly make it look like it's in shambles. They can destroy that whole, not destroy it, but give it that look as if it was in Jurassic World.
Mhm.
and it'll let you keep the Jurassic Park River Adventure because the dinos are still there too.
Right.
Like I said, they can divide this into two sides of the park, Jurassic World on one side, Jurassic Park on the other. It can even let you put one arch on each side.
So, Rob, you being on the West Coast with me,
Yes.
what was your thoughts on the technical rehearsals they did let people have? Of course, they had Secret Life of Pets was a big one yesterday, and today the big one was Jurassic World. What are your thoughts, brother?
Well, I mean, Secret Life of Pets, it looked cool. I'm probably on your page as far as it doesn't look like it's something for me, but I would love to, just go on it and check it out. I like, those rides. I know they're made for younger audiences, but I can take some enjoyment out of them. But yeah, pretty much the main thing today was Jurassic World and the Indominus Rex. And what kind of, I guess not kind, it didn't surprise me. I was just more kind of like, wow, like the way it moved, like watching and that's just watching it on someone's cell phone camera. So I could only imagine what it's going to look like in person, like the fluidity of how it moves. I was just like, did they like actually make a Jurassic Park and is this like a real dinosaur? Cause just, it looks so detailed and it doesn't move or look robotic. So to me, that's probably like the coolest thing that I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah. Tony, are you all right?
You're right, Tony. What did I do now? What did I do now?
This is every time you talk and you pause at certain faces you make.
I'm trying
He
out.
paused mid laugh.
Yeah, I'm trying out my new ventriloquist act. So
It's working really well. It's working really well.
thank you guys. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. If you guys can see, I am talking but not moving my mouth. So there you go. I've been working hard.
But yeah, I mean, it looks interesting, man. I mean, I'm excited to see, how they keep improving technical rehearsals, being that they're going to be opening pretty soon too. I think as early as next week are they opening, right? The 16th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's impressive. They're just they want to get everything flowing again. Make sure everything runs properly. That way they can fix it with the time they still have, So it's cool. I mean, and we're getting a close up of Super Nintendo World Construction now. We saw the official wall with the official logo. That was really cool. I don't know. I'm hoping they're all going to be similar as far as the way the layout is. Like the two rides and then, the restaurant and whatnot. So we can only really go off Japan's right now because they're really the only one that's open. But in my opinion, I hope I fit on Mario Kart, because if I don't, I'm literally going to start a journey of just losing weight so I can get on that fucking.
Let's document it and put it on the Boo Bros channel.
That's just shooting shots at TLB right there.
No,
Anthony's journey to Super Nintendo World.
Yeah, there you go.
I was like, for the next 5 months, I had to
From
have the
Bowser
mindset of
to
Luigi.
from Bowser to Luigi.
Yeah.
Real quick.
I just wanted to say before we move on to a different park or something, I was wondering what the Florida guys would think about getting Secret Life of Pets in Orlando. Would you want it? Would you not? Because I kind of share the same opinion as Tony. I actually hate the movie. I think it's terrible. But
I don't think I said hate, but
well, I'm saying hate. But I think the ride is really good. I think there's something to be said between separating the I see you, Losh. Separating the attraction and the IP. I think that can be important, and I think the attraction looks like a home run. I think it would make sense in the Shrek location, because then you'd have some synergy with that stupid Minions ride. It's Illumination. Losh, I'm gonna call on you.
Oh, thank you.
he's
Thank
like
you.
a
I had my hand up.
and I had to go to the bathroom, but I don't,
So in my rebuilding series, I haven't been able to get to this yet, but I can honestly send all of you the thumbnail right now and show you. I had this pitch to turn that area of the park into Illumination Courtyard, which would be Secret Life of Pets in Shrek. And I feel like it can work really well. However, I don't like the Despicable Me attraction. I went on it on my last trip. I used to really like it when it had the 3D aspect. It doesn't even have 3D anymore, so it's kind of bummed out. I feel like that ride should also be replaced sometime in the future, maybe even a dark ride featuring the Minions. That location's pretty big. So maybe them piggybacking off of having Secret Life of Pets being a popular dark ride, they could even make a Minions dark ride. I know Connor wouldn't like it, but I feel like it'll add for more people being able to ride it and more of a fluidity when it comes to a kid-based area, and allows us to also get rid of Kid Zone back there with no remorse.
Yeah, I'd love to see Universal over here get some sort of like Omni-Mover dark ride, like with just a ton of physical sets and animatronics. And like I said, I don't like the movie, but when I watched the POV of the ride, all I could think was, the creative team at the theme park did a really good job with the experience. I thought the queue was really good as well.
Yeah.
So I can say nothing but props and praise to the design team that designed the attraction. I can separate it from the movie. Even if I don't like the movie, I can separate and acknowledge, hey, this is a cool attraction.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So
what about you, Chris? What about Chris? Would you take it at USO?
Sure.
Sure. Next question.
Yes.
It's
All right,
slow
so-
enough for me to go on.
So let's continue off of talking about the construction walls for for Super Nintendo Land, and talk about what you recorded the other day, Tony. Well, Will recorded it, but what popped up on your channel, some HHN construction.
Yeah, Will went down Sunday, this last Sunday, and he went to Taste Universal. I asked him, hey man, can you get some footage? I want to release a construction update since you're going to go. I mean, if you don't mind. So, we got the Mummy Queue, which we're heavily speculating right now that it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which would be perfect for this year because from what I heard a month ago, that they're going to do like an Old Man Leatherface for the next film, and it's continuing straight from one. Like, that would get me hyped to go see the new one. So that'd be good marketing on them. We all know Universal and their marketing with their properties. So yeah, it's looking like Texas Chainsaw and as of recently, and I don't remember, and I'll credit the source if I find the picture when I edit this, but one of the sources in the community saw that they were building up in the back of the maze, which looked oddly familiar from like a scene from the film. So that is being.
I want to say it was HHN Mannix.
Yeah, I think it was. I will tag whoever found that photo. But the biggest one that got our channel a lot of attention this week was the fact that in the Waterworld queue, it's been heavily speculated it's going to be Halloween 3. Well, we took a pretty clear picture of the motel's name from Halloween 3, which is the Rose of Shannon. I believe that was what it was called. I think so. I don't want to get that wrong. But I'll put the picture on the screen. But it's really interesting to see that because that is a big point in Halloween 3. So it's almost confirmed that we're gonna get that. That photo was going around like crazy, and like people were blowing me up all day. I'm like, what's going on? Like, what did I do? But yeah, it was going around like crazy, and people are like, oh, it's Halloween 3. So I'm personally excited for that. I don't know what that means for Orlando, if that's gonna be like our exclusive this year, because we always have one IP usually that's an exclusive. Same if we do any originals. So I would hope you guys would get that. I mean, I personally love Halloween 3. It's one of my favorite horror films. It's a good cult classic. So I would hope that you guys would get it. But if not, I mean, you can watch your boy. You can watch Scott, Nights of Horror, POVs. We got you. Extreme low light, I'll even do the GoPro so it feels like you're walking through the maze.
I mean, that would be cool.
There you
Maybe
go.
if we don't get it this year, maybe we'll get it next year.
I'll
You
just
never
say
know.
this. I'll get a GoPro. I'll do like a VR thing, and you guys can buy a VR headset so it feels like you're walking through it.
There you go.
There you
That
go.
could work.
Just gotta get like a 360 thing of GoPros wrapped around my head.
Cover all the angles there.
But yeah, Halloween 3 and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And of course, there's another thing that popped up this week as well. Again, don't remember the source who did this, but there is a tent right behind the Curious George parking lot. A lot of people are suspecting that's going to be a maze because, usually those big tents are for mazes. However, one of the Boo Bros, John, said, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. It could be a tent for just storing stuff. Usually when they start building a maze, they have plywood next to it, but I agree with John's statement when he said we're very much hoping that it's a new maze location. So we've got to keep our eyes out for that area. You can see that right from the Curious George parking lot if you're looking out towards like the big blue backdrop where Fast and Furious or everything is at. So yeah, check it out. It looks dope.
That particular location is kind of like far back, right?
Yeah,
I'm
so
mistaken.
like
Do you think it could be for like social distancing the queue?
well, right up the street right there is actually the tram like entrance and exit. So they got all those railings if they wanted to line people up there for like an overdraft of line, and then they can bring in and social distance more going in. So it's a pretty big line queue. I don't know how they would do it since it is kind of some ways away to walk over to that area from the tram exit queue. So I really don't know how they would do that. So, but yeah,
I think they're looking at ways to like social distance, like Connor's saying, or like you guys are both saying. It would make sense for it to be going a little bit further, even though it's a further distance. It allows more space, and it'll probably allow them to get approved for having another house.
Yeah. So we're kind of. I know the spec map said 2, but I'm thinking we're gonna get at least 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think that's going to change whenever they release the next spec map. I think.
I just really. I personally think they wouldn't bring back Murdy just for 2 mazes that look pretty much near complete.
I think what's going to happen is you guys are going to get the Mummy queue, the Waterworld queue, that new location potentially, the old location for the tour, like the tram tour, and the soundstage. I think that's, like you're saying, the 5 houses or mazes. I feel like that's what can possibly happen over there.
A good social distance one too would be the Terror Tram as well. That could be like a little bonus because it's all outdoors. But yeah, I that's all for really the Horror Night side. I got a bit of Not Scary Farm news. They have started building again. I believe Parks and Cons released that photo first. Is that? Am I not supposed to say that name?
No, he froze.
I froze. I froze. I was like,
I missed it. I'm gonna be watching my edit. It was hilarious. I thought I wasn't supposed to say something. I don't know.
No, you're good. You're good.
Parks
you're
and Cons, a really well-known theme park kind of reporter, reported that he saw where exactly Shadowlands is at. He saw that they resumed construction. That's supposed to be rumored to be a brand new maze for the event because they took that out and special ops. So that's going to be a brand new maze at the event. So that's rumored to resume construction. Or not rumored, it's been confirmed that they resumed construction on Not Scary Farm. So Not Scary Farm is looking pretty good. I haven't heard anything about Queen Mary yet. I haven't heard anything about Hayride yet. And I haven't heard anything about Howl-O-Scream other than it's going to be in San Diego SeaWorld and they have dates. But I have not heard any construction news. I'm pretty sure Scott will keep us all up to date with that one as well. So,
carrying off of Hallow-Scream, right? Moving over to Tampa, I have a friend. I cannot say who it is, but they said that they saw some construction going up near one of the houses.
It was Michael.
Yeah.
He's like, damn it, he knows my source.
But yeah, there is some construction going up at Busch Gardens, Tampa. Oh, so this is probably the earliest they've ever started constructing for houses. So
I would like to talk to Eddie too because I would like to see, Eddie's our Williamsburg guy, and I would love to see if they started any construction as well, or if they're different with things. That'd be cool. But I'm excited, man. This is gonna be one we can all compare, because we got 3 different Hallow-Screams we can compare, which would be really cool. So
it's gonna be cool to talk about that when it happens.
When it happens, man.
When it happens.
I'm really looking forward to seeing video from that Hallow-Scream in San Diego. Like the idea of like a SeaWorld park having an actually scary haunt kind of like blows my mind a little bit.
Well, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it.
From what I read as to why SeaWorld's doing all the major changes it does, and I have honestly I don't have any opinions with SeaWorld, so love it or hate it. I know a lot of people hate it because of animal cruelty and whatnot, and I completely understand that side. A lot of people love it because there's other things to do. By 2023 or 24, they're gonna stop using animals or sea animals for show business because it's becoming abusive and whatnot. There's a lot of accidents, so they're really trying to transform the park into a more theme park rather than an entertainment show with animals. And that's why I think they're introducing Hallow-Scream, so that way they have an audience for adults and whatnot to kind of transform that. So. I don't know what it's like. I think that's a countrywide mandated law, so it may happen at all the SeaWorlds. But I know for sure in California, because California got a lot of heat, and we're the ones, rest her soul, that the killer whale drowned that one lady. I remember that story.
I remember SeaWorld Orlando a few years ago put out a thing that they're going to start putting in more attractions to get rid of slowly get rid of the animals. That's why we're getting things like Icebreaker, Mako, and potentially more things down the line.
That really great penguin dark ride.
I mean,
That ride's actually pretty dope. I like that ride.
Any updates from SeaWorld San Diego? You know Scott will be on it. That's like his home park right there. So,
I also just thought of another haunt that I think we've already kind of talked about in another video. I think someone may have posted, but it's actually over there in Chris's neck of the woods, and I believe it's only like a 1-day thing. The 13th floor doing like
Yeah.
oh right, May.
a summer thing. Can you tell us about that, Chris?
Yeah, so 13th floor is celebrating the halfway mark to Halloween, and they're actually going to open up their haunted house for one time, May 1st. It's just one night only. Tickets are on sale right now. It's pretty cheap. I want to say it's like under $25 to
It's
do it.
$24.99.
Yeah, 24. So
Yeah.
pretty cheap. If you're looking for a spooky season type of a pre-starter there, you can do that. Tickets are on sale. They also have like the Axe Bar and escape rooms, which are located actually right in the same area.
It's right at the exit. Like you exit the haunt and all the stuff's right there.
Well,
Yeah.
now you guys got 13th floor out there. You know who works for 13th floor, right?
Cookbook? Is he involved?
Cookbook, man.
The
So
cookbook?
there may be a chance he may
Cookbook.
come and ask
Do the
him
business.
Cookbook. You know, he's gonna get the recipes for the cookbook and just sprinkle a little magic in that building, and boom, it's been cookbooked.
I'd love to see it.
Is that like halfway haunt, like halfway to Halloween? Is that like because I know we have, is it the Reign of Terror? Their haunted house.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing something too in a couple weeks over in Thousand Oaks over here. So I was just like, is that like the halfway to haunt or halfway to Halloween? Is that like something that's just is?
Well,
that
they
new,
haven't
or-
like released if it's like a certain theme. It's just I
Okay.
guess the house is just opening up, and it's just going to be, I guess, whatever they had. I'm assuming from last year.
Okay,
Just
that
doing
they probably didn't get to use or something, or
Yeah. So
Okay.
they usually only change the theme when it comes to Krampus, Valentine's,
Love bites.
and then their October, obviously.
So, you're saying that they're gonna be for the halfway to Halloween. They're gonna use last year's theme that they couldn't use. Is that what they're doing?
Well, they were open for operation during Halloween.
Or they-
Yeah.
Is this,
Yeah,
so
I feel like what they're gonna do is maybe the same thing for Halloween with maybe a few more scare actors because they're allowed to use more now.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to Halloween, build on top of that and add more,
Right.
like
okay.
add a different
'Cause they'll
type of
change
scare.
the theme once the fall season comes. They'll have a
Mhm.
different design and a different character.
Yeah,
Now, are we getting Boo Bros coverage of that event?
Hope so.
I
Hopefully.
won't be able to go,
Hopefully.
sadly.
Yeah.
Whoever closest and whoever can get that. I mean, that's what
Well-
May 17th. You said.
May 1st.
May 1st. Yeah.
If we can get, if anyone can get that, that'd be cool. We can hit,
Oh, Chris?
we can hit him up for media. 13th floor is usually pretty cool with media. Hit up
Chris, if
Scott
you wanna
or
try it
I'll
out,
try.
something.
Yeah.
Scott, man, hit up Scott. That guy, I don't know how he does it, but man, that guy can talk.
Hey, don't
man.
worry. I got you with the media emails as well.
I've done a couple successful.
Publicist
ones
Losh.
and
I wrote a book or two. It's called the Losh book.
Really?
You haven't heard of it?
had- But you didn't write this book, man.
Yeah, you didn't write the cookbook.
That
You
dude
definitely
got
didn't write the
a cool
cookbook.
mustache.
You need bro. You need to have a book that just says the cookbook, so you can just pull it out for props.
Dude.
Yeah.
The
References.
cookbook. Yeah.
I want to get like an old beat up book because the way I looked at it is over the years of all the haunts, it's just gotten old and beat
Yeah.
up.
And you got to put like claw
Yeah.
marks on it, like as if all the scare actors are trying
No,
to pry
he's
it from
gotta
his
get-
hands.
Who was this character at freaking Knott's, man? Oh fuck, man. He used to work at. He used to be a slider at Knott's. If I can find his character, I can do something related to that.
Exactly.
It's definitely got to have a Necronomicon vibe as well.
That's what I tried to do with the original logo. I think Lot.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Necronomicon. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
But
I
hey,
mean,
there was a well, unless you have something else to add for haunt season.
No, I think we're pretty much that's about it with haunt news. I
Haunt
mean,
season. I think we're caught up.
Yeah,
Alright.
I mean, home haunts, but they haven't really announced stuff yet.
Oh
so-
wait.
Oh yeah.
We always forget about this. Scream and Stream has their
That is
haunt event
right.
happening this year. They're coming back, very fierce, and with a brand new person riding behind. I guess
Mhm.
they're riding on a
Well,
Horror
that
Nights
doesn't
veteran.
sound right, but
You made it that way, Tony.
Yeah, Tony. No one was thinking that, and
I
then
was
you're
just
just
gonna-
like,
You liars.
Well, now everyone's thinking it.
Yeah.
yeah, thanks. But anyways, they have the HHN legend, Patrick Braillard, or HHN Mean One on Twitter. He is now writing the story for this haunted. What are they calling it? Haunted adventure.
Yeah,
It's not a haunted experience.
yeah.
Yeah, which is different, and it kind of has me
Seems like you
confused.
can finally get in special ops over there.
I mean, yeah, that's basically what it looks like. It looks like laser tag. It just
Dude, I
looks
had
like
a lot
zombie
of fun
laser
playing
tag.
freaking special ops, but now you get to do it from your car. Like, that's even better. You can just drive by
Oh.
everybody.
Oh, so they're basically encouraging it. I'm shutting up. I'm gonna shut up.
Only if it's zombies, Losh.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so if you see a bunch of zombies, feel free to spray.
Which might be sooner than later.
Does anyone have anything to add about Scream and Stream before we move forward to not haunt related content?
Scream and Stream. They did also announce something that we didn't bring up. Was this time they actually said it's going to have a scare zone. So I'm not quite sure where they're going to put this, or if it's going to be in the courtyard, or
here's
if
what
it's
I
going to
think.
be themed.
So they never got to do the Krampus event, remember? But I went for the media preview night because they were going to do it and then it got canceled. The media preview night, they basically said that the whole area that's there is going to be their Scaria.
Right.
So their scare zone, that's potentially going to be their scare zone. So they're probably going to have it cut, like zoned off.
Yeah.
Where, you know where the little baby gators were? All the way around. Yeah. That whole area is probably going to be their scare zone. And then they're going to have like the food and everything designated towards the front.
And they
like,
also
the
cut
merch
out the airboat rides this year. It's not mentioned, at least so far. It's not mentioned.
That's the only thing. No, I'm kidding. That's the most fun I had at the Christmas event, going on the airboat.
See some gators.
See some gators.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. It's a must-do in Florida. But okay, now if we're caught up with HHN, well, not HHN. I don't know why I even said that. Horror events. Keep in mind, it's like 1 a.m. here.
Oh, it is.
I was gonna do a complete 180 and say, hey, we got some Disneyland news as well. Avengers related Disneyland news. I'm gonna pass this one on to Tony because I know this man is. I mean, look at the poster right behind his head. We're gonna pass this over to Tony. Let him talk.
Got Hulk, you got Guardians, Doctor Strange, The Punisher, Marvel overall. Yeah, man. Avengers Campus finally getting a release date. June 4th, 2021. I don't know why I keep saying release date. I mean, I guess it's kind of a release date. Opening date, should I say. Okay. June 4th, 2021. The park opens April 30th, 2021. So there's ways away. I think it was Thomas from TLEV who I was talking about this, and he was like, he had a speculation that they were going to open at the same time as the anniversary of Disneyland. So they balanced out kind of, crowds. But they didn't do that. So June 4th, 2021, the entire land will be open. That includes the new Spider-Man ride with Tom Holland and the new Avengers Quinjet ride, which you're supposed to be going somewhere in Wakanda to do something, which I'm all for because I've always wanted to go to Wakanda. So that's really cool. But yeah, they got it looks like a Doctor Strange meet and greet area. That's at least what I thought it was. Kind of looked like a broken down the safe houses they take care of in the films. So it looked like kind of a broken down version of that. And Hank Pym, Pym Technologies Kitchen, is going to be a new original themed restaurant based around the Ant-Man series. So that should be cool if they're gonna enlarge or make your food small or something like that. That's the only way I can really think of. You can do something with Ant-Man. One thing I've always said, it's going to be a really dumb move on them if they don't put a comic book store inside Marvel Land, or a nice memorial tribute statue to Stan Lee. Because if none of those two are there, they really done messed up.
Yeah, there's got to be Stan Lee for sure.
I can honestly see maybe not a statue to Stan Lee, but having a bunch of shout outs to him throughout the whole area. Maybe a statue to Iron Man.
What if they have a statue of Stan Lee holding Iron Man's hand, Mickey holding Walt Disney's hand, and he's pointing at the Quinjet?
It's the partner. It's just the partner statue, but
It's the
Stanley
same
Iron Man.
concept but different characters, man. And then Star Wars can have like Obi-Wan with like freaking Luke Skywalker or something like that.
Oh man,
Or Vader and
they're gonna have
Skywalker.
Mando and
Mando and
and
Grogu.
And
There
Grogu.
you go.
Grogu's just doing the little hand and.
Oh man.
But
What
yeah,
about you,
it's-
Rob? Are you hype?
I am, but it's it's gonna be so difficult to get in there. So I'm just like I'm trying to like temper my excitement for it because I'm probably like I'm gonna have to take my nieces to to go there and stuff. So it's for me, I'm just more like I'm excited to go, but at the same time, I know that's gonna be like a journey to get in there.
Let's be honest, Rob. You're gonna be more of a little kid than your niece and nephew.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's for sure. Like I'm gonna
Like
I'm
they're gonna be on
like,
they're gonna be on the Spider-Man ride. They're gonna start talking to me like shh.
yeah, I'm like, hold on, just be quiet. Let me hear what's going on. I'm gonna be like pulling them to like the rides. They're gonna be, can we sit down for a minute?
No,
No, we gotta get on this.
we got a reservation for the Quinjet. We gotta go.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for it. So it looks cool as far as like the pictures we've seen, and they're just it's like kind of concept pictures. But I know the way Disney puts their stuff on, so I know visually it's going to be amazing.
I'm
Absolutely.
just hoping everything's FBF, man. That's all that matters to me.
Yes,
I'm just gonna say one thing here, one thing only. If the Quinjet ride is anything like the ride on the Falcon, I will be greatly disappointed.
Why?
So
Okay,
Quinjet needs to be e-ticket.
Really put it.
Quinjet
Okay, let me
needs to
put
be
it in
e-ticket.
perspective for you, though. Okay.
let me put it into perspective. Hold on.
Let's all put it into perspective.
I don't want to go on an Avengers Dave and Buster's attraction.
Oh,
I want to feel like I'm in the movie. I want to feel like I'm with them. I want this to feel like Star Tours more than I want it to feel like Smuggler's Run.
But way more
The
high tech.
Falcon,
I
though,
mean,
dude, I
Exactly.
felt
They have
immersed.
they have the technology to do so.
I felt
I don't-
immersed on the Falcon, dude. I felt like
I don't think-
you know how much of a childhood dream that was coming true to pilot the Millennium Falcon. Like I've always
mean-
wanted to do that, and I finally got to do that with that ride.
I don't think the Falcon ride's bad at all, but I just think the Quinjet's got to be like top tier. Like
It has to carry that land.
it's got to be one of the best rides in the world.
How you know?
You know,
It has to be on Rise levels.
it
Yeah.
needs to actually fly
about that,
and
Chief.
like so.
You need to actually fly to Wakanda.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it won't be on Rise level, I don't think, but I think it'd still be a very solid ride.
yeah, it's got to at
They
least
don't- you
be
gotta
like
imagine though,
e-ticket.
they don't have as much space to build something like Rise over there where they're building Avengers
True.
Campus. They
But
they
it-
barely got the space
but-
that they did.
I would liken it to a different ride, and again, like the ride system would be different. I think it needs to be as quality as Flight of Passage.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, is Tony Stark going to be in this ride, or is this post Endgame? Like, what are we doing here?
Time will tell on that one.
I know.
I heard you mention Tom Holland's gonna be there, so he's going to be there. Is
Yeah,
that?
he's on the ride.
He's the animatronic. You think it's an animatronic, but no,
But
it's
it's
just
really
him
Tom
swinging back
Holland.
and forth.
That's
I'm
a good
excited
job.
to see that, dude. Have you seen the behind the scenes of them just testing the robot?
It looks so cool.
It's on a whole new level of like anything I've ever seen in my life with animatronics.
Skynet, guys. That's Skynet.
Fucking Skynet, I knew it. Judgment Day is coming.
Animatronics, man, they're getting crazy. They're getting crazy.
It's not animatronics. That's Skynet right there. That's a T1000.
Yeah, we're getting to that point.
Come with me if you want to live.
Guy, get to the chopper. What?
He does that, he puts out your hand, you sanitize it real quick, and then okay.
Hold on.
Yay!
What the hell is this? Look at that! What they're doing! But yeah, I'm excited for Avengers Campus. I really can't wait to go. I really, in order to honor Chadwick's memory, I would love to start
Yeah.
a big Bolt Bet chap when we are waiting outside, so everybody go Bolt Bet, and then the gates open, and then maybe if they're cool enough, they'll play the fucking Portals theme song as we're walking into Avengers Campus. Like goosebumps on my thing. I would.
Nah, just have Doctor Strange standing at the front gate. Just
I'm gonna freaking be. I might even bring my fucking gauntlet and just be like, oh.
I need you to dress up as Doctor Strange, Anthony,
I'll
on that
fucking do
day.
it.
I need you to do. Yeah, you got to do
Look
that.
at that. I already got I just gotta paint this gray and comb it back. It's good to go, dude. Oh, we're using our made up names. and I'm excited. I was talking to my dad about that real quick about Doctor Strange. Ironically, his superhero name is his actual name.
Yeah,
Stephen
because it's
Strange.
Dr. Stephen Strange.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
they always just call him Doctor Strange at the hospital. So,
That is true.
what's new? What's next on? Oh, let's talk about the opening of Six Flags, the only theme park out here to really open right now.
Yeah, how's that going so
Rob,
far?
did you get to go to Six Flags?
No, I did not get to go when it opened, but I'm excited because I love roller coasters. I have to find I have to find the roller coasters that I fit on now because I've packed on some muscle. So
Muscle.
but yeah, muscle. But I've told you this, Anthony. I'm excited because Six Flags was pretty much the one. They called their shot a few months back. They were like, "Hey, we're opening this
We're
day.
ready."
It's happening." So
Yeah, they did.
So
yeah, they weren't like the other theme parks. They're like, "Yeah, we're ready to go," and then we still need time.
Yeah, Six Flags was like, "Nah, like
Nah, we good.
December." They were like, "We're opening this day. It's gonna happen." So I'm glad. Six Flags is probably like my first love when it comes to theme parks. And I'm excited because fingers crossed that they throw on their Fright Fest because I love Fright Fest. Probably the only one who does.
I never been, so I want to check it out.
I'll tell anyone else that's never been. Like I told my cousins when I drag them with me, it's like a haunted house just all over the park. So it's a good starter, but it kind of just has like a special place in my haunt heart.
Chris, I'm gonna be honest right now. I saw you dozing off.
Dude,
is he talking about roller coasters?
Like I said, dude, it's past 1 a.m. here in Florida now.
It is past 1. It is now
I've been up
1:02.
since 6:30. I'm still
Dang.
going. Let's go.
Still going. But for you, it's like 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah, it is 10. It is 10 o'clock.
10:02.
It is 10 o'clock.
Minus 3 hours.
That's right, 10 o'clock. Hey, wait, hold on. I've been up since 4 a.m. So I
Since
let me get
7.
that. Clanging and banging.
You're like, hey, you see that thing over there? You gotta put it over here.
You see my new light over there?
I was hoping it froze on the muscle flex.
I saw what Chris did. He was just like, oh man.
I just remembered. I don't know if we've ever talked about this on the podcast, but there is something opening at Disney World that got announced.
Is that Ratatouille?
Ratatouille. It's opening the same day, which I kind of remembered when you were talking about Avengers Campus, how Thomas from TLEV was saying that it might open the same time as the anniversary.
Right.
It's opening on the anniversary of the Magic Kingdom.
That's really smart of them. See, like they're gonna try to balance.
And it's gonna separate the parks.
Yeah.
Like the same way. So this way people go to Epcot and they go to Magic Kingdom. Like for example, I got my reservation for Epcot, so I'm gonna go to Epcot.
Right.
But it's gonna really help everything balance out. I'm excited to see this.
Eddie called it though too. He thinks that Epcot's gonna be like the next big thing when that opens, and I might have to agree with him on that, man. I mean that ride already in Paris is pretty popular.
So here's the thing. Epcot, for what it's gonna be, hopefully that center console ends up really well. That's the only thing I'm hoping for Epcot right now.
Right.
Because they have Guardians coming. They have Ratatouille
I'm
that's opening. They have all the renovations that are happening to like the center area. Right. And if everything that they say is gonna happen, I'm excited. But what got chopped off when the whole pandemic started and everything happened, what is gonna make it to the park? I don't know.
I do also have some pretty high hopes for the Harmonious, the nighttime show.
The giant barges in the middle of the water.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of an eyesore, but you know.
And the space restaurant.
On I-4.
Oh yeah, the space restaurant. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I will eat there on my birthday. It's named
Yeah.
after my birthday, so I'm excited.
That's awesome. Dude.
And yeah, I got my Epcot reservation to do the rat ride, not on opening day because I had to renew my pass, and I couldn't like book it too far in advance, like until I renewed. But I wasn't allowed to renew until like a certain day. I don't know why it was like that, but obviously reservations for opening day are gone.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
here's one thing you can try to do, right? You can make a reservation to another park and then park hop at 2 o'clock if it's not at capacity.
It's a good point. But what I ended up doing was getting a reservation on like an HHN event night. So I figure I'll just pop down there and do the rat ride, then hit up HHN.
Smart.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
Rob
plan.
is just fucking cracking us up all podcast. If you guys see us laugh randomly, just look down at Rob. You'll know why. Look at that. If we're on the line of Disney expansions, obviously there was a big news on our coast too, that we're getting a major new lands for each park that are going to intertwine with the Paradise Pier and the Disneyland Hotel. From the concept art, it's looking like a Wakanda land, which I'm stoked for. It's looking like Neverland from Peter Pan's going to be coming. It's looking like Tron, the ride, which I'm a huge Tron fan as well. And it's looking like, I think, was it Tangled or Frozen was going to get something?
It was
Frozen. I think it was Arendelle.
yeah. I think it
I
was
thought it was both. I thought it was both were being represented.
Probably.
What? Tangled?
Yeah.
That is weird.
If I'm not mistaken.
yeah, I feel
Personally,
like it was
though,
both.
as a kid growing up, I grew up with Peter Pan, so I look forward to seeing their island. It'd be really cool, Neverland. And then Black Panther. If I can immerse myself, like I just said in the podcast, I've always wanted to go to Wakanda, and this might be my opportunity to go to Wakanda. So
yeah.
This is what's gonna happen is you're gonna take the Quinjet over to Wakanda.
boom. And
There
what's
you
gonna
go.
happen, right? You're
There
gonna
you
get off
go.
the Quinjet,
There you go.
and then
Yes.
it's looking like the Black Panther. The statue's gonna be a log ride, so you're gonna get in the log and come out of the come out of the mouth of the panther and go
There
to
you go.
Wakanda.
It sounds very ambitious.
We got high hopes.
Very ambitious.
This is
I don't
realistic
know, I don't know
right
how
here.
they're gonna shuttle one end of the park to the other, but we got high hopes.
It's gonna happen. It's
Very
gonna
well
happen.
Hey, I just want a Hollow-Earth ride. I want
You have to use a park hopper ticket.
Yeah,
I would love to see a Hollow
Stop
Earth.
the ride to see if anyone has a park hopper just to go to that side, and if you don't, they
Yeah.
kick you out.
You have to parachute out back into.
You have to parachute back to freaking California Adventure.
You have to parachute back into Paradise Pier. That's all.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for that, especially again, like I said, I'm a Tron fan, and I think you guys do you guys have the Tron?
Yeah, it's still being constructed.
slowly but
Yeah,
surely.
Japan is the only one that has it open right now.
It's starting to feel like a Bill and Ted joke. Like if Bill and
Honestly.
Ted was still
It's gonna
around,
be
they'd make
worth the
jokes
wait,
about
dude.
this.
You get to freaking be on a life cycle, dude. You know how
Let me.
badly I've always wanted to go on one of those.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a great ride, but it's like, it's been like when was it announced? Like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's like, dude, Universal sprung this whole Jurassic Velocicoaster up in like
2.5 years?
2.5 years.
Oh, no, less than that.
What if it's a lot
And-
of effects? They have more effects in the Florida one. Like that's probably why it's
Nah.
taking forever. Tron's
But-
a very like
It's a
Disney's,
copy
Disney's a
paste,
huge
copy
copy
paste.
paste custom company.
It's
To be
a
realistic.
maybe
it's a
the
complete
carts, 'cause
copy
They
paste.
design them to the lifestyle. Maybe those take a long time to build.
maybe,
They scale
but
into the movie.
I can't imagine how long it's gonna take them to build a Tron land over there if it's taking 5 years to just build a dang coaster
That's
here.
the thing too. Is like I don't think we're getting a land. I think we're just getting the ride. But I'm glad they're kind of keeping Tron relevant because there is talks that Tron 3 will happen. Although it won't be the same without Daft
No
Punk.
Daft Punk.
Yep.
And it's one of those things as well. Like I said earlier, like when you look at IP versus the attraction, like even if people don't know or don't care about Tron, I think this particular ride is going to be something that people will enjoy anyway.
Well, yeah, Rob, great way to kind of compare that ride too. Honestly, it's supposed to be like Pony Express, with the kind of
Okay.
concept. but
Yeah,
with
it's
the life
similar.
cycle.
I like Pony Express. I
Yeah.
think it's an underrated ride.
I don't fit on it anymore, so but I liked it when I did fit on it.
I still fit on it barely.
I used to love the takeoff sequence. It was really cool.
I would love to add something to what Connor said earlier
Go ahead.
while we were talking about the expansion. He was talking about Hollow-Earth. If anyone's watched Godzilla vs. Kong,
Has all of us
Um,
seen it in here?
hear me out. You gave me an idea here.
The movie was fantastic. I don't care what anyone says.
I agree. 5 out of
Toon
5.
Lagoon, right? Scrap that shit.
Lagoon.
Okay,
Scrap
I'm
it
listening.
completely.
I'm listening.
All right. Since Kong is there already, you can literally just expand and make that an entire Hollow-Earth land. And on the opposite end, even have an attraction dedicated to another monster.
Let me stop you there.
Ella.
What's the biggest problem with that?
You'd have 2 separate Kong content.
Is two separate. Yeah.
Warner Brothers
is
owns
Peter
those
Jackson's
rights to those films.
Yeah.
If you noticed, actually, they never actually call him King Kong in there. They only call him
Yep.
Kong. because of the fact that Universal owns the rights to King Kong. But they've gotten a ways around it, like in Kong Skull Island, he says that's Kong, he's king around here. So
Yeah.
but
But
that would be the only issue was with rights, and I'm surprised they even struck deals to do Harry Potter when they have Six Flags, So
can you imagine like a similar to Star Tours type ride where you're in one of those ships and you go into Hollow-Earth and like you fly around the final battle in Hong Kong and you see like, well, I don't want to spoil it because it's not been out for that long for anyone. But then you
watch the movie.
You see, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Rob didn't like it.
But his face was frozen in a manner that he didn't like it either.
I didn't like the people aspect of it, but I like the fighting.
Dude,
I'm pretty sure
the guy that was
I feel like that's
the entire
everyone.
time, he was hilarious, dude.
I actually
the
thought
guy that was in Deadpool or the other guy?
The one was in Deadpool. Who's the one that was in Deadpool?
The kid was in Deadpool, right?
Oh,
He was in
Fire Fist?
Deadpool.
No, he was funny too.
Yeah.
No, the other guy. The guy that was spying and doing the podcast. That guy was
the
hilarious.
podcast guy.
Podcast
the
guy.
podcast guy. The podcast guys.
It was too on the nose for me. It was just too on the nose for me with him. But I mean, there were other things that I liked, like the fighting.
It's not a movie that you have to. It's just a fun movie. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't think.
I agree.
Got
I agree.
Two giant fucking titans that's been around since the fucking 30s and 50s.
But honestly, out of like the Skull Island, all the recent Kong movies, I still like. I mean, the recent Godzilla movies, I still like the first one. The first Godzilla, I think, was it 14 or 15?
Yeah, 2014.
Yeah, that one's still my favorite out of all these movies. I still like that one the most.
See, I'm not gonna get too into it because it is kind of a spoiler, but I like the way they did Mechagodzilla in here. If you watch the original one with the first time Mechagodzilla got introduced, it was
wait, Mechagodzilla's in there?
It's in the trailer, bro. It's in the trailer, and they released the Funko Pop. That was a They should have kept that a secret, dude.
That's a dead giveaway.
I would have been.
They were like, oh shit, we need to put him in the trailer. There's a pop with him in it. Put him in there.
Get him in the final trailer. But sir,
my favorite.
Get him in the final trailer.
Like I think Godzilla vs Kong might be my favorite, and then King of the Monsters is right behind it. Just
yeah.
I guess for me, like with my monster movies, I just like a lot of spectacle and eye candy.
Yeah,
those movies are loaded
with the lighting in that movie.
Yeah.
Like,
you know who made that, right? Losh's boy right there. Also directed Trick or Treat and Krampus.
Yes, sir. The
I
man,
would
the
love to
mythical
talk to
legend.
that man. If anyone watching this can get me to have a one-on-one interview with Michael Dougherty, please contact me. You can go to the email. It is boobrosinc@gmail.com, or you can even DM me on Twitter or Instagram. It is boobrosinc on both of those. Also, that's a way to plug our social media. So.
Man, you know how I am with these interviews. I got your back 100%. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Willy's Wonderland.
I should probably cry throughout the whole interview.
I'm just gonna be here like, oh my god.
Michael,
let's talk about Trick or Treat.
I have a no. I know you made Godzilla and Crab. That's great. Yeah, that's fantastic.
He's like,
Trick or
not
treat.
this shit again.
He's like, oh, it's one of these guys. Damn it.
No, I start off looking super professional, and I'm just like, how you doing today, sir? Everything fantastic. So trick or treat.
Talk to
just
me
the
about
whole time.
Sam.
Talk to me about Sam. How did you come up with the idea?
Why is he so
This
ugly
entity.
at the end?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Beautiful.
Whoa.
Bro. Calm down, bro. He's supposed to look like a pumpkin, dude.
Is this
Giving the essence of Halloween, dude.
Is this impersonation hour?
Oh my gosh.
Right
This is what I'm so sorry to anyone listening. This is what happens when we record this late. It just we're just crazy.
Here comes Bane.
Here comes Bane. Here comes Bane.
wondering why someone would shoot the man. This is stock exchange. There's no money here. Why are you people here? All right. Anyway,
Well, when we start getting into impersonations, I feel like this is the end of the podcast.
it is.
I think this
myself
is.
out of it, but
I think
Disneyland
this is-
expansions, Disney expansions overall. It's going to be great. I think it's going to benefit the parks, make them more money than they always make anyway. When they said they didn't have money, I was like,
You
guys
forgot
make-
about Zootopia.
I don't. Care
Oh
about it.
yeah,
You already
Zootopia. Yeah.
Why? Don't they
yeah.
already have a meet and greet? Isn't that enough?
No, that movie's amazing. That's
Dude.
honestly probably one of my favorite Disney animated movies that came out in the past.
It's so
few years.
good.
That isn't like
Watch Onward, and then you'll change. your mind.
Princess.
I love Onward, dude.
Onward
Onward.
was
Yeah,
so
I
good.
like Onward. I like Onward.
So if I had to rank the two, right, I'd put Zootopia over Onward. However, Onward is a good film as well.
Here's the thing. Onward feels like it was made for people like me and Tony. Like it was literally like a love letter to us.
It
Yeah.
was, dude. Like
Punk
Chris
rock people
Pratt,
who
dude,
love
that's
fantasy.
that's how I dress on a daily.
Like, dude,
Accurate.
exactly. Like,
There was a
Tom Holland, you know, it's
I felt like I was watching a fantasy adventure pop punk movie.
Rob's my
like
Tom
it-
Holland at points, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say during haunt season, I feel like I seen Tony like almost daily, and he does dress like that.
I do. I'm wearing a
This is
Mr.
an
Mr.
accurate
Cat
statement.
right now. Like,
I will acknowledge it may not be technically the best Pixar movie, but
it was
like
oh, dude, but that
it was a love
ending-
letter to me.
Definitely Cars 2, best Pixar
That
movie.
fucking
Oh my
ending, though,
okay,
is-
on that note,
okay, yeah, no, that ending to Onward though, dude, where like Tom Holland's looking at him talking to his dad. And
Oh
it's just,
my
like,
god.
it's
Oh,
just
that broke my
sad,
heart.
dude.
That broke my heart, man.
But like the
it's a hard
story
one.
behind the story, dude. Like the guy only heard one audio tape of his dad saying hello and goodbye. Like that's the only time he's ever heard his dad's voice. Like, and then he made this movie where he did something similar. I was like, oh, dude, that's just.
And
touching right there.
there's so many Lord of the Rings references too. But
Don't
anyways,
you love the
Oh.
mixtape that's the gateways to Valhalla instead of Stairway to Heaven?
yes.
This
And
is
the-
now a movie related podcast, you guys.
Anyways,
On the
before
Fence
we
movie reviews.
On the Fence movie reviews.
before we go too far, check out On the Fence movie reviews.
Yes.
wait. Hold on.
Check out the Howling Hour. What?
Check out the Howling Hour.
Three, 2, 1. All right, guys. Hey,
3 little birds sat on my window.
So yeah,
Ju-
so they're doing is Zootopia in our expansion or.
Yes.
yeah.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna go out and say this. I mean, even though it's concept art, nothing's confirmed yet. That was concept art of what the overall land would look like. So they give the whole story behind that is I guess the city of Anaheim would never let them expand because they were gonna become like a monopoly of Anaheim where they owned a lot of property. But now this new city council's in, then they realized how much money they bring into Anaheim. I mean, if you look at Anaheim before Disneyland got there, it was ghetto.
Yeah.
And they really cleaned that area up. Like it's literally everything that's like nice there. Disney probably paid for it, but they are there's a new city council in, and they're pretty much allowing them to expand. No, I know they just submitted plans, so it hasn't been confirmed yet. So we're still in like the very early stages of it even getting confirmed. But they showed concept art and they submitted the plans, so now they're just waiting for a go ahead, and then they'll break ground and whatnot. And so that kind of makes me wonder what's going to happen with the Disneyland Hotel and the Paradise Pier Hotel when that construction starts.
Yeah.
So
It's a good question.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe they'll try to license out to get other hotels involved. Kind of how do you guys have partner hotels over there?
yeah, there's
Like
like
we
a
have
bunch
here?
across the street, huh? Wow,
Yeah.
there's
So maybe they'll try
Yeah.
to like solely take possession of those hotels.
they probably already own
instead
them,
of-
to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie. They probably
Yeah.
own some of them off property too.
So that and maybe try to like renovate them, make them more themed towards the park or towards families, in order to keep that hotel aspect that they have at the parks.
Yeah.
Well, then it probably would only be temporary too, for however long until they put something to replace it there, or
Yeah.
nearby.
So, a quick recap for California. Six Flags is already open. I've heard mixed reviews on it, mostly with line control. A lot of people were mad that they had to wait 2 hours in the sun because they're not letting you wait inside due to COVID restrictions and whatnot. But a lot of people also had fun going. Universal opening next week, or if you're watching this week, the 16th, I believe. But they've already started doing technical rehearsals for most of their rides. Mummy is one of them I saw. Transformers, Jurassic World, Secret Life of Pets. I haven't heard anything about. Oh yeah, the roller coaster over in
The
Harry Potter
flight
Land.
of the hippogriff, or
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
But no word yet on Despicable Me, Simpsons, Studio Tour, or the Harry Potter Forbidden Journey. So we haven't seen anything with that yet, and no new news on Walking Dead. But yeah, tickets are on sale for pre-order for reservations for Universal now. Disney tickets go on sale this week as well, and they open April 30th, and they released a tier list of what you can get, different prices that afford your budget. So that's good. I don't think Knott's has announced anything yet, huh?
Not that I've seen.
No, I think they're finishing off their tasting event, and they're going to go from there. But they have been doing, I did see some footage of them testing out Ghost Rider, so they have been testing out their rides little by little, so which is a good sign. SeaWorld, Scott would know more of that area. I think they have a release opening date planned too. Haven't heard anything about Legoland. And I think that's about every major theme park out here. Even the smaller ones. I think Castle Park has a.
Oh, Castle. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead. You probably know the opening date, but I know they have one.
Well, they actually, because I follow them on Instagram, and they actually started running their rides today at 5 o'clock. Oh, well, yeah, today at 5 o'clock they started running their rides, and people were in there riding the rides and stuff.
Interesting. So they're going to be opening up pretty soon. I mean, that's a more kind of it's a popular park, but it's a really small theme park. So that they're going to be opening up soon. But yeah,
it's like a carnival.
It's really it for haunt news and theme park news on this side of the coast. Anything else you guys want to add?
I mean, to recap over here, we did Scream and Stream is opening this year. We have the Halfway to Halloween with 13th Floor. We have Velocicoaster opening up. We have the Ratatouille opening up.
Peppa Pig Land 2022.
Yeah,
Peppa Pig Land. We can't forget about that at Legoland.
The last one.
Peppa Pig theme park.
I'm Peppa Pig, and I like to be peppery. Hello, how are you doing today?
So, how many babysit nights did you have?
Peppa.
What's your name? Because I'm Peppa Pig.
My name is never mind. I'm not gonna say that on camera.
Hello, Anthony. How are you doing today?
That's not my name. My name's Knights of Horror.
Oh, Knights of Horror?
Knights of what?
Knights of Horror?
And like we said earlier, when we start doing impersonations, this is when you know we're near the end of the podcast.
Hey, do you guys think they're gonna sell pulled pork sandwiches in Peppa Pig Land?
Or Baconators?
Pigs in a blanket?
Bacon wrapped hot dogs? Anyone? I get breakfast with bacon.
On that note, everybody, I think we should
one last announcement. Knights of Horror, at least from my end, I will be making the trip out to Orlando this year. Announcing that now. I know in the podcast, I think like the first or second podcast we ever done, that was the initial plan. Hotel's already booked. Next thing I'm going to do is book my flight. And then when HHN tickets go on sale, I will be out there from the 9th all the way to the 12th of September. So catch me out there. I maybe with one of these guys. I know I'll be with Losh one night. I think Chris will be there one night. Connor will probably be there all night. So
never know. We'll see. We'll see.
Rob, you should book a trip. It's really cheap.
We'll see. I gotta talk to someone else about that. But
there's a name. Is her name associated with Batman?
Yes, it is. It's Batman's partner, pretty much. She runs the show.
Yeah, but I know I'll be there. I know Sammy was gonna try to make it out this year, but due with work complications, he cannot. So I will be there from September 9th to the 12th. I'm super excited to finally be going to Orlando. Especially, I knew for sure I was not missing the 30th anniversary. And to spend time with these guys in person for the first time ever, it's gonna be fun. So expect a lot of vlogs and whatnot. Booze Brothers channel, my channel. Probably individuals on their channels as well, but I can guarantee you a lot of the main things that we do with the Booze Bros will be on this channel. So September, man, it's looking good. Haunt season's looking good. The Knights of Horror is taking the tour on the road, man. We're going to Orlando.
It is now a nationwide tour.
I know, man. I want to do one haunt. My goal is to do one haunt from every state. I might get to check off 2 this year. Because I might be taking a trip out to Washington in October, so I'm hoping they have a haunt out there somewhere.
Nice.
But with all that being said, we hope you guys enjoyed our take on both East and West Coast news for theme parks and haunts. I think we covered a lot on this show. We caught up with you guys, and we're gonna try to keep going. Hopefully weekly if we all have the opportunity to do so. I can say right now, every Friday, I think me and Connor will be here. That's a for sure. And Losh, if he has the time off, he'll be here as well. We've been pretty on a roll with Chris lately. He's not a cheap person to book, but we've been trying here. It's time to get Scott and John on here though, man.
Scott and John. So wait, John's back.
John is back. That's another
He's
big
back
news.
on YouTube. I'm pretty sure the day this video comes up is when his upload's up.
Yeah, our Boo Bros took
It's
some
around this
time
time
off
frame.
to deal with a lot of personal life issues. So he took some time off, and now he is back, better than ever. I think he had an amazing trailer. It was like watching a movie trailer. Like you just got goosebumps watching it.
Yeah, it's Hauntline. Yep.
Hearing that phone ring, I was like, ooh.
Oh, I was like, that's a nice
here?
touch,
Oh.
especially with his logo and whatnot.
Yeah.
But that guy, I think he's on a whole nother level of any of our editings, because like that guy takes it to like that guy is like literally movie industry editing right there. We're like still the street kids just trying to get around, and we know the basics and we know some advanced moves, but we're nowhere near John. So John, congratulations on behalf of all of us here on the Boo Bros, and hopefully a lot of the fans are excited too. We are excited to see that you're back, and hopefully we can get you on the podcast one of these days. So
Can't wait. I miss that, man.
Losh, go ahead and finish it off, man.
Ooh, all right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. All of us here want to say thank you, and we love you for being loyal subscribers and watching possibly all the way to the end. If not, I know you probably didn't watch all the way to the end. You might have skipped through, but we're just saying this anyway. Hope you guys liked it. Give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys want us to talk about, because we can only come up with so many topics on our own. I know it was a lot, but still.
There's a lot of
I want you to go check out everyone's channel here individually. It's all going to be linked down below. Also, go subscribe to the Howling Hour and subscribe to Boo Bros. With that being said, stay spooky, everybody. Peace.